Center, palms up, inhale, breathe through your nose, exhale through your nose. Your hands in your waist, circular movements. Reverse. And center. Cross, kneecaps, circular movements. And center. Hands on your waist, neck turning to right and left. And center. Back and forth. Center, tilt to the side. And center. Okay. Down, circular movements. Reverse. And center. Okay, hands out. Fold the elbows. Elbows out. Up on your toes and down. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. And stop. Okay, we're going to do a little stretching. Okay, stretch, do the best you can with these. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Center. Okay, we shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Space in front here. You want to jump in there. Okay. Shoulder roll. Hands on your waist. Reverse. And center. Okay, palms down. Press. Release. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe through your nose. Tongue touches the roof of your mouth. And stop. Deep breathing. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Get feet parallel. Circular movements. Reverse. Okay, palms down. Bigger circle. 1, 2, on 3, straight up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Hands on your waist. Okay, shift from side to side. When you shift over, now you still keep the vertical spine, so you don't want to shift and tilt. Just shift and relax. Okay, then once you find your position, we're going to do this and lift the knee. Okay, center. Now I'm going to right foot forward, left hand down, right hand up. Okay, we're going to pull up and alternate the hands with the leg. So the hand is down with the toe down on the opposite side. Okay, switch. Okay, put the hands on the center line. So, and center. Okay, swing the arms. Okay, shift your weight to the left. Now we're going to kick in. Switch. And center. Okay, side to side. Okay, switch. and center. Okay, shake it out. Hands up, pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, hands like this. Hold the ball, step out, forward and back. Silk reeling exercise. So it's your right side. So your lead hand with the lead leg is the big circle. The back hand covers like this. Front hand goes forward. When this hand covers, they merge in the center to hold the ball. The hand goes down. Then relax the motion. Synchronize the motion so the hands and legs work as a unit. Okay, switch. Same thing happens on the opposite side. Left hand leads, back hand covers, and movement continues. Okay, in forward positions, the hands separate. The sitting back position, the hands combine to form the circle or hold the ball. Okay, one more. Forward and back. Okay, sit back into empty stance, right foot forward, toe down, cross the forearms, open, and cross. And center. Cross, open. Okay, Sana. Feet parallel, shoulder width. Square movements, parallel arms, preparation. Okay, next, lower hoop position. Shoulder height. Elbows down. Lower, palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, now like this, diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, down, palms down. Cloud hands. One's down, one up. So you alternate the hands, essentially making two circles. Monitor the elbow position so the circle doesn't get too big. Fingertips cross at eye level, so that determines the size of the circle. Elbow position is naturally pointing down. Relax the shoulder. Allow the lower hand to go down across the hips. It means you have to extend the elbow on the lower side. So in order to extend the elbow, you have to release the tension in the vertical line. So here's your vertical line. Here's your turn. Your vertical line. The other hand folds and lifts. You regulate and control the amount of tension or the effort in the motion. So that means just use enough strength to create the action. Okay, palms down. Lower hoop, lift up. Carry tiger to the mountain. It's upper hoop, palms face out. Sink the elbows, cross the forearms. And lower hoop. Okay, lower hoop is a rounding. Different from what we were just doing with straightening the elbow. So you're like this. Fold the elbow so that's your circle. Lift up. This is circular throughout. So there's a circular form, which is your arms. There's an arc going up, you turn it out. You sink your elbows, here's your triangular position. They cross at the forearm, facing side to side, and you open to lower hoop. Then you repeat and continue. You rise and descend. Okay, infinity sign. It's your infinity sign, just a figure eight on its side. Okay, form the fist. Okay, shake it out. So those three exercises, those are patterns, and it works the geometry of the position, and it, and we know that it's circular, rounding, triangular, and square movements, right? So in these exercises, because it's the patterning part of it, and we're doing a sequence of events, we can tie the upward movement to the inhalation and the downward movement to the exhalation. Now, if you're doing the form, the breathing is what we call natural. It happens as a course of you going through the form. But in the warm-ups, or the fundamentals, some of these are tied directly to the inhalation, exhalation. So because you're going up and down, there's a definite, opposite action. So you would have the inhalation, exhalation coordinated and time. So that's the internal and external merging. So you would exhale on the down, inhale on the up. So you expand and you sink, and so there would be sinking and contracting as the body folding like that. Infinity sign, expand on the outward movement. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And forming the fists, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So that would be the basic idea of how you would breathe in those. So your body eventually will figure out a lot of this, like opening and closing, expand and contract. So you'd inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And opposite side is the same. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, shake it out. So at what stage do you start to tie your inhalation with exhalation? After you've actually learned the movement. Because while you're learning the movement, you try to inhale and exhale at the same time. It's too much for you to process. So learn the movement first, and then eventually get the coordination of the breath and movement. Because if there's tension in the body and it doesn't allow you to open and close because this area is tight, then it's not ready to do that. So what's going to end up happening is you'll end up mistiming the breath, and then you get winded, or you begin to hyperventilate. So you don't want to learn to breathe prematurely. You have to get your movements happening first, program that and format those movements as patterns in your body, and then you allow the breathing, the respiratory part of the movement to happen naturally and tie to that expansion and contraction. So that's what opening and closing is. Yeah. When you're in a holding the ball position, your shoulders are rounded, but they're not lifted. They're forward, yeah. So, your body, well, you have many joints in the body. You configure the body to create the shape. So the shapes that we create are part of the manipulation of skeletal structure. So if you want a circle, which is a ring, to be uniform and consistent as if it has a strength, that's your structure. If your elbows are like this, although this feels round, you're not in a rounded position, because the integrity of that circle isn't correct in the space. So you have to round the shoulders. So this is something that your body will learn and evolve at the same time, because when you're here and you round, sometimes they say bring your shoulder forward, so there is a cupping, but that cupping is the hollowing of the chest and releasing, the back. So your shoulder blades have to release for this to happen. So the rounding, if your body has conflict, it's from tension. So you won't be able to find those positions and all relaxed position, because once you cup your shoulders, you'll feel your arms get tired, right? It gets tired because it's excessive muscular tension or muscular force driving that position. So this circle, as it goes up, stays cupped. When it goes up, it stays cupped, and it stays cupped. Because the integrity of the circle has to be uniform throughout. Now, when we go up and we go to a shoulder height position, you have to relax the shoulders. So that means this goes down while this is maintained. So the natural position has to be formed. That's what you're building, is muscle memory. So muscle memory is letting the body learn and detect the position and then delete any excessive erroneous strength in the position. So in Tai Chi, that's what we're doing constantly, is getting rid of excessiveness. So starting from zero with no strength is impossible, because you need a certain amount of tension, tonus in your musculature to create the shape, the angular position. All of this is regulated by your reflexes. Your proprioceptive system will determine how much strength, where it's supposed to be. That's spatial awareness, and everything else that goes along with that. So there's a lot to just those exercises, but that's fundamental. If you don't understand what that position is, how can your body understand it? So the mind directs the body, so the mind actually has to learn it and understand and interpret it as perception, as space, right? So we're dealing with space, we're dealing with effort, the amount of effort, and the shapes. Once we start to move, that brings in a whole another set of principles. So So Rob, where are we? We just did this, right? We did a carry tight mouth, form the fist, and then we do. This here is your triangle position now. So triangle, you extend it. The triangle is just finding your midline, the center line, and you sink your elbow. There's your 45 degrees, right? So once we get into the different shapes, we start to build geometry of position. That's when the angles of your elbows, your thighs, your torso determines where it's going spatially, and we do it in degrees. So we have a 0 position here. So there's more than one idea in the geometry of position. We're just working the center line. So you have a triangle that's an equilateral triangle here. We stroke down. There's one half, that's your left side. There's the other half, that's your right side. Okay, then we have the relationship of vertical and horizontal, right? So what's the vertical horizontal? We bring the right side up. We have the thumb up position. The palm faces you. That's your half circle, right? But this circle was learned in your muscle memory from the standing position, sustaining that position. Now when we palm it together, you have one elbow down, one elbow out. And if we flip the elbows while you maintain a center position, so that's as if your hands are pegged through the palms and it just pivots off that point. Now what are you learning here? You're learning to tie the right and left side as a relationship, and you learn to sink and relax the shoulder. Okay. So eventually one becomes a driving side and one becomes the passive side, and then you work it in your forms. And when we're here, now we switch to the other side and we have it on this side. Thumbs up horizontal, elbow down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to release to sink the elbow. You have to release to lift the elbow. So there's the relationship. You try not to tilt the body. If your body moves when you do that, that means the shoulder is not releasing, it's not relaxing. So you'll try to get that to happen. Okay, next we extend center triangle, turn, draw the bow. Okay, center. Spread your feet, both toes pointing 45 degrees. Cross the hands, left hand is on top. Lift the elbows, spread the hands and turn towards your left. Cross your forearms at the wrists. Right hand is on top. Lift the elbows and turn. Back to center and turn. So you're doing one on each side. We cross and you lift the elbow because the elbow determines the height of the movement. If you try to generate this lifting before you lift the elbows, then your hands are going to end up like this. And that's not what we're trying to get. We're trying to get the rotation and the lift in the shoulders, but then once again, when your body's ready and it starts to connect with the arm movements, then your lower body and upper body starts to develop coordination. Now, in order to look to the left, you have to twist, and you turn, and you twist, and it separates. And it separates, and you pass through your center, and you scoop down, so it's just two circles merging in the center. So it's closing and opening. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So all breathing is done through your nose, and then you lift. Feet parallel through the center line. Then you press down. So the lower hand goes down, the upper hand goes up. And you seat both wrists. So now between the two hands you have a cross-lateral relationship, palm and palm. When you align your skeleton, then you'll feel the alignment and the connection to the two sides. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, down, deep breathing. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, good. So we're going to split up the class. I think the two new people, you can go in the other room. Mine will actually work, or someone over there will work with you as part of a... So we're into the form now. Kind of close it up a little bit. We've got big space in here. You got to go. All right, I'll see you next time. All right, ready? Okay. Tai Chi Paradigm form. Lift up. Press down and begin. Strum the lute. close the door. Sit back, fist on the elbow. Pop the horse's mane. Step up. Stroke down. Pop the horse's mane. Cross corner. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So let me put that. Want to hit the iPod above there? Yeah, just hit the. Yeah. Just hit the song. Just hit one of them. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. Is it on? Is it playing? So we'll go through the kicking sequence like we've been building. Get through those hand movements, and then we'll work maybe the downward posture and golden cockroach. Then we'll do the form. So we'll spend about 10 minutes on that sequence of movements. I'm going to hit play. No, I don't know. See, any 12-year-old way to do this, right? Anyways. You want to do it? Want to hit the iPod, Colleen? See if you can get the music. Oh, there's Irene. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's music. So that then you won't. If you don't want to listen to me, then you can just listen to that. Okay. So we're here. Remember, we said this is your setup. You have to find a playlist and then just play. Yeah. So earlier we went to this, right? Horizontal and vertical, right? Horizontal. So that's in this circle, and this is in this. So you're in essentially the shoulder height position. If you want like that, there's your center line. If you want like that, there's your center line. So we take this hand and then put this hand here. Instead of here, we drop it down to here. It's just going from shoulder height hoop to lower hoop. So you see how positions really are made up of the basic hoop, triangle, and square. So that's your shape. That's what you have to muscle memory, because wow, it takes 4 people to figure that out. Wait a second. Let's get some. Other computer guys up here. Okay. Okay. I hate to interrupt this. Maybe I should go do that. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So I thought high pat the horse was going to be easy. Cross the arms, right? So it's 1, 2. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay, so let's slow it down so we don't rush to get there. Because okay, so while I say, well, that's simply vertical and horizontal, the transition, this comes in because it's coming up like this. This hand is coming down and scooping, and then this closes the center. And then this scoops. And then no, wait a second. Okay, so go through that. No, Paul, you don't have to touch any of that stuff. Paul, it was just playing. Yeah, no. So you know the iPod is good because you pull it out of here, music, right? So it's the connection going from the audio. No, it's not. It's not. I know you guys are brilliant, but the thing is, it's not that. It's the volume button on the iPad. Because it was playing when it shut off and was touched. The volume on the iPad went to 0. So 4 people were there. Okay. So here, open, sit back, flip, turn, lift the knee, kick. Now this goes a lower hoop, so this just drops down. So do we know this movement? Do we know this? How about this? Right. And it comes down, right? So that's all you're doing. When we're here, this just comes down and we're here. Now this is, because it's the right side, we cross, fold the elbow. So let the hands stack like this. And then open. Then flip it over, sit back, toe out, and step. fold the elbow, lift the knee, and then we're going to do a left kick and open like this. And then hold the knee up, reverse the stance. That's how you set up for the turn. Bring your hands down, put your right hand on top, and then fold the elbow. And we're going to do a left heel kick. And then we go back to neutral, and then we set up just like we did with that flipping exercise. Brush knee and push. Set up to a step, brush knee and push. Same setup as brush knee and push, but set up to brush knee and turn this into a fist, and you're doing a planting punch. Now we sit back and make that 180-degree turn that we've learned from pivoting. Yep, and then back fist. Okay, so we get a chance to do that set of movements like the first time. We step up and you flip the hands, cross the hands, fold the elbows. So if you touch your arms, you know through that feeling of elbow and the forearm, you open, you flip it over again, you change your legs, we fold the elbows, but now face that corner. Lift the knee, open the stance, and cross behind. Sink the left elbow, now we're in vertical left. Open the stance, now we're in this corner. Bring the right hand up through center, turn the palm outward, and then turn in this direction. Drop your elbow, stroke down, pass by the body in the front, and then face the rear corner. Sink the elbow, and then lift the elbow. It's just like Jade Lady Work Shuttle, but we make a fist and turn toward the front. Now this is the beat the tiger position, rounded out here. So this is your upper round. This is your center position. Now we turn to the front, drop this elbow, scoop down with this. We're in the lower hoop. Okay. So here, 1, 2, cross and level. Lift the knee, heel kick. Bring the hands down, and you're going to do the upper hoop. 2 punches there. Now if you open it, that's the position. So that's the circle we're constantly trying to find. And then from there, we move to this horizontal position. Now you vertical elbow on the bottom hand. This is elbow out. Then we flip it over. Then we turn to this corner, fold the elbow, lift the elbow, lift the hip, or lift the knee, and then we're going to turn, reverse the direction, and do a toe heel pivot. And we'll end up here and reverse the hands. We fold the elbows, and we do another parting leg, and we parry and punch. Now, when we do the parting leg, this is where we have to kind of understand hip position. When the hip is facing that way, we lift in that corner. So that way we can open the hip in this way and then bring it in like this. So when we do a dimensional change in the motion, it's your hip opening in order to create that arc in that direction. So that's why when we do a bit of stretching, the inner thigh has to open. When we pivot like this, we learn to open the hips. So opening and closing the hips is that. So when we're here and we lift, this would be like this, and we would stroke down and parry and punch. So it's kind of a deceiving that when the leg gets over there, we try to do this. But if you initiate the movement from your hip, then your feet will be there. Now that actually happens when we, in the very beginning of the form, when we start off neutral and we go like this, and we turn, our hip is actually facing there. In order for us to get to there, we actually have to do this, right? Then when the foot comes in, you're facing directly 90 degrees to that side. So that hip action happens there. It happens when you're in the cloud hand position. And then you go to the next movement. So that's lower body directional changing, so that you can set up your hips to be compatible with that direction, because your legs are going to take you in the direction. And then you tie your torso to it. So the torso, the hips, the upper body, and the legs have to build that relationship. It takes time for the body to, sort of repattern movement in the body, because it's really programming motions up in here. But spatial awareness is only built from knowing. So part of that spatial awareness is what we do when we do this, when we turn. This helps us to develop alignment of body, joint positions. So everything that we're doing is dealing with joint positions, alignment of body, and direction. Right? So all of those things actually heighten your sort of proprioception and body knowing space. So that's something that we're always challenged with. So let's go to the form, picking it up right after the first set of cloud hands. So we're going to face that way, doing the kicks. And Rob, you want to take... Okay, Rob's there, good. Okay, Pegrid's up there. Ready? Set up. 1, 2, flip, and 3. Turn, fold, and this is the instep kick. So it's a straight kick. Do the left side hand position, right side up. Now we're going to do the left kick. Flip, fold, and kick. Cross behind. Okay, follow Irene there, right there. Heel kick and down. Now we're going to do a brush knee right side push. Do the left side brush knee and push. Do the right side planting punch. Turn, parry and punch, that's your back fist. Then we step up, same as the first set of kicks. The hand movements are the same. Flip the hands, cross and fold, high pat the horse. Flip, cross, open, and cross behind. Now we're facing the corner, you have Eddie in front. So you watch over there, Jade Lady work shuttle movement. I use Jade Lady work as a reference because we're most familiar from. Okay, now we're going to turn back to the mirror, side mirror, lower hoop, cross hands, level the elbows, heel kick, 2 punches to the ear. Sit back and stack your hands, flip it over, fold the elbow, potting leg, crossover, toe, heel and hip, turn, now facing this way, flip the hands over, fold, and potting leg. Now it just resumes. Parry and punch, form the fist, step up and punch. Divert, block and punch, cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Bring the hands down, carry tiger to the mountain. Same arm transition pattern, cross, and then shoulder width. Turn to the corner, oblique brush knee push. Okay. Turn, reverse. Hook your wrists. We turn all the way to the front. First time we go to the corner. We do this in order to hold the ball, flip it over, and a diagonal flying on the right. Now we sit back, 5 part the horse's mane. Second set. Okay, this is your second part the horse. And now we're going to step up, set up your left, stroke down as a divert, hold the ball, part the horse's mane. Step up, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Stroke down, part the horse's mane. Now we cross corner. We're going to do the 4 Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Left, back, and forward. Now we're going to pivot to the opposite corner, on the front side that is, and then we do a double step. Now we're on the right side, Jade Lady Work Shuttle. We fill this corner with part the horse's mane. Then we're going to cross corner again, go toward the refrigerator. And we're going to do 1 left side Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Okay. Turn. Are you looking for the restroom? Oh no. It's over here. You passed it, right next to the water fountain. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to do grass the sparrow's tail. Yeah, that's it. That's, oh, front door? Hook your wrist and back to the front. Okay, we're going to do a set of cloud hands. So here's that little jog. That's really positioning and building some upper-lower coordination. Hook your wrists and single whip. Now we're going to turn. We didn't get to do a tutorial on here, but cover hand, we've done this before. Snake sticks out tongue. Lift up, flip over, stay on your center line, drop down, step up, lift the knee, pull the knee back. This is Wu Style's Golden Cockroach. Stands on one leg, lift up, go to neutral right side, reverse the stance, same as before, repulse the monkey. Second, repulse the monkey. Third, repulse the monkey. Carry tiger to the mountain. Open the stance. Hold the ball. Shift the weight, diagonal flying. Step up again. We're going to repeat this series of movements. These actually happen in the first set, before the first set of cloud hands. Here, brush knee and push. Now we're going to sit back and insert the needle. Step up, fan through the back. And then we're going to turn, stroke down, parry and punch. Form the fist, step up. Punch. Divert, block, and punch. Step up and grasp the sparrow's tail. Third set of cloud hands. Turn. Okay. Oops, sorry. Single whip. Okay, now set up, horizontal, vertical, flip it over, left palm strikes face, so that kind of drills through. Turn, single lotus kick, brush knee and push left. Right side punch down the crotch. We set it up just like a brush knee, and we do a 45-degree punch down. Then we step up. So this is all new, but just follow along. Just don't worry, it's okay. Grasp the sparrow's tail. We know again. We're back to single whip. Okay, no more cloud hand. So now we're going to do the finishing movements. This is snake sticks out tongue, invert the hand, pull down, step up, go to a cross hand position. Yeah, there's your cross hand. We're going to step backwards, retreat, and then we're going to hook the left and bring the right hand up and left foot. So your opposite, left palm strikes face, and then we turn, change the hands. This is a double lotus kick, so just slap the knee, bring the hands down, and you're up like this. Bring this hand set up again, reverse the ball, palm strikes face, turn, parry and punch, step up, high pat the horse, set it up, flip it over, high pat the horse, left neutral, right neutral, grasp the sparrow's tail, hook your wrists, single whip, reverse and hold the ball, or hold the ball in reverse, there to here, and then close the form. So just have to identify the postures, and once your postures are fairly correct, then you just kind of insert it into where it belongs. There are some segments of the form, and we keep reviewing that. After the first set of cloud hands is the kicks. After the second set of cloud hands is downward posture. After the third set of cloud hands is palm strikes face. And then we don't have any more cloud hands. So in the last time we get the single whip, we're going to go into downward posture for the second time. And then go through a couple of new postures. And that's it. So, you know, the idea of evolving really means your body has to pick up, you know, a lot of the things, the concepts we're talking about. And it does evolve. It does take, you know, a certain amount of understanding of where things happen. So, you know, these ideas of hoop positions, you know, are fundamentally important because we have to make our transitions through those, you know, those patterns, or really in space it's really more of a locus of points. You know, if I have a circle here, and I have a circle here, and I have a circle here, how do you connect those circles? It's your body knowing where the movements are, regardless of where it's going, because the only thing you're doing is really doing one set of motions in a space that's, whether it's here, if I do this, part the horse's mane, and I turn, and I do this, it's part the horse's mane. If I step back and turn, it's part the horse's mane. That's all it is. So the consistency of your action in the posture will be formatted here. That's why when we do this, the only thing that changes is direction. But the consistency of that action relies on what it feels like from the inner movement. Because we're here, we lift, we sink, we turn, and we cross, right? But we learn that here. Because it's isolated in the sense that it's there, even though the movements are not just staying in one space. It's actually bringing you upper position to the center to lower position. Same thing happens there, same thing happens here. But your body eventually will pick up on the timing that links this space to that space, that space to that space. So that's, what we call, that's spatial awareness. You know where your body is relative to another position. So when you say relative to position, what is that relative? Elbow position, center line. Everything actually tracks your center line. Well, where's your center line? But that center line is moving. So if I'm doing silk reeling, the center line is all within the space of this movement. So the consistency of that brings in the new dimension of movement, and that's where we get really confused. But the confusion part of it is always going to be there if you're going to evolve. So it's just it's a steep learning curve. So it's it's not based on intelligence. This is something my sifu said to me way back when. When you talk about intelligence, he says, it's false in some instance, because how did they say it in Chinese? I was just thinking about it, but intelligence is relative to what your specialty is. So that's how we have to look at it. Because you're a brain surgeon or you're an astronaut doesn't mean you can do this. Only because your body doesn't know it or recognize it. So, when he first told me that, I just kind of, took that as a message. But at the same time, a lot of martial arts teachers are pretty arrogant because they're achieved, so they put themselves on a pedestal. But then, if you're in the real world, there's so many people that are on these pedestals, and some people are very, very, very smart,